Okay, I want to show you really quickly how to review and approve transactions for your staff. Okay, so quick example, okay, so I'm Jeff Hightower and my manager is John Doe. So as I swipe my ramp card, I must enter a memo of what that transaction is about. So this is a discipleship meal with this family. This is who's present, whatever that memo looks like. Okay. It's going to go to this budget category, and here's the receipt. So each transaction has things that have to go along with it in order for it to be approved. Okay. So as a manager of a staff person, it's your job on each Wednesday to review those transactions and make sure they have everything that they need done. Okay. So let me show you what that looks like. Once you log into Ramp, you can do this on your phone, I believe. I've never done it. I've always done it on the computer just because I can see everything at once. Okay. But you'll log into your Ramp account. You're going to go down to expenses, and there's a lot of different ways that you can view these. But if you'll see really quickly here, only a handful of transactions are going to be listed. So you'll see 5 transactions, missing items, pending review, um, things that are out of policy, things that were declined. So there's a lot of different filters that you can put on your staff so you can see them. What I typically do, since you're doing this every week on Wednesdays, I would just go in and look at your list. So let's use the one here from Bill on the top. So it's an Amazon transaction. It's pending, but it looks like so everything's in green, right? Submission policy requirements are met. That means it's got a receipt. We can see that receipt there. You can see he has a memo. That's why everything is in green. Okay. Can you see that needs review? Click to approve. That is the quick and easy way for us to go in and approve these. Or you can click on the transaction and you can see all the details down here. And on the right-hand side, you can mark it as approved. Okay. Ultimately, you're looking through these transactions to see what is missing. Okay. If the receipt's not loaded, it's not going to be green here. It's going to be like an orange color, kind of like what this one right here is. Okay. So what you'll do, you'll go through each week on Wednesdays and just review all the transactions from your team. And once you reviewed them and they look good to you, you're going to mark them as approved. Once you approve them, it's going to go to the next tier if there is another tier, such as the executive pastor or whomever you guys have designated as going to be the final approver to put another set of eyes on it to make sure, okay, here's this transaction. It's from Bill. Okay, I see it here. This looks like, all right, rechargeable batteries. That makes sense. I come down here, I can see his memo that explains that. You can see the path that it follows of who's going to approve those. You can see that it has location. And right over here, you'll see the ministry budget category that he's assigned to it. So this one looks good. You'll be able to mark it as approved and you're good. And it should push it to the next person for approval. Now, as you find something and you look at it and you say, oh, this one doesn't look right. You can flag the transaction. You can actually send a message to the staff person to say, hey, what's up with this one? It's like this one right here, you can quickly see there's not a budget category associated with it. So this one wouldn't be ready to go. And that's why it doesn't have a marked as approved down here in the bottom right-hand corner. Okay. Because this red item is missing. So if I were you, I would just click through each of these, make sure everything looks good, make sure it has the budget category that makes sense to you, mark as approved. Then you can go to the next one, do the same thing, right? Oh, it's missing this. This isn't ready to be moved over um, to be marked as approved. We probably need to check in with the staff person and say, hey, what's going on? Typically, we can go up here to pending or missing, and we can ping anybody that has items that are missing just as a way to remind them, hey, we need this from you. It's like a nudge, right? And that's it. So every Wednesday, you're going to jump in here and hopefully your team has updated all of their transactions, and you're just going to go line by line, clicking in these, making sure they look good, marking them as approved, and that's it. And then your next level of manager. So for this one, for these transactions, I think Bill or Ruth will be the final layer. And so they would do the exact same thing. And once they have marked all of those as approved, we would go in and mark it as ready and sync those over to your accounting software. Okay. If you have spent money, this is a good thing for you to know. If you have spent money for, let's just pick on student ministry again. If you spent money for a student trip, and let's just pretend there's $50,000 worth of expenses here for student ministry. If you have not marked these as approved and they have not had the sync over to the accounting software, they will not appear on your reports. So if for some reason your student pastor lets transactions sit for 3 weeks and you don't force them to enter everything that they need and they just sat, their reports will not be up to date because all of the credit card transactions are still sitting here and they have not been pushed over to the accounting software. So it's really important each week. That's why we do this. That's why on Tuesdays, the staff update their transactions so that Wednesdays, you guys can approve those transactions. And on Thursdays, we do the sync between Ramp and the accounting software so that on Mondays, when we start having automated reports go out to you guys, you will have the most accurate reports you can get. Okay, hope that helps.